There's nothing wrong with you feeling what you are feeling right now in this moment. So if you are feeling low vibrational energy or you are feeling negative emotion, first off, know that it's okay. I know when I was first learning about the law of attraction or how thoughts correlate with my reality, I would judge myself and I would get so hard on myself because I'm like, if I'm thinking this negative thought, I'm going to manifest something bad. And what I realized is that it's not really even just about the thoughts, okay? It's deeper than this. And there's a way you can bounce back in a way that is actually healthy, because this isn't about thinking a better thought, all right? Thoughts are more surface level. There's a deeper part of this that makes all the difference in the world. And I'm gonna show you step by step how I bounce back from low vibration and how you can too, in a very healthy and practical way. Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm gonna be sharing with you how I personally bounce back from low vibration. And the reason this video was actually inspired was because yesterday I dipped down into low vibrational territory. It felt like no bueno at the time, but what I had to do is I had to use this process that I'm gonna share with you. So basically, let me share with you a little bit of a story of what happened. Now, what happened is I'm in Austin, Texas now, okay? This is Austin, Texas. This is the house in Austin, Texas that I live in. And I was in Sedona, Arizona for about 6 to 8 months before I moved here, before I realized I wanted to live in Austin. Now, when I moved here, and even before that, I put about $200,000 of renovations in the house I used to live in. And what happened is I had somebody that was working on that house that's kind of like a contractor. Well, long story short, what happened is I left to come here, and when I left, I paid him for work that wasn't done yet on the house. There was the kitchen, I had a shower that was being remodeled, there were wood shelves being put in, and there were things that were being done to the house because it was just finishing up the remodel. Now what happened is the guy, he means well, but the guy that works on the house, his timelines get extended a lot, which can be very frustrating. So it's like, oh, the house is going to be done on June 1st, and then on July 31st, the house still isn't done, and it gets very frustrating. And basically what's happening is I'm actually selling that house in Sedona. I love the house, but I realized I want to simplify my life and just be in Austin. And from that, what I did is I expressed to him that I'm going to be selling the house, and because the timeline was pushed so far back, I do not, a lot of the work that I was going to get done on the house, I no longer need done because I'm selling the house, but plus his timeline got extended so far that now I need to list it on the market, and I can't do that if I'm waiting around for him. So what happened is I expressed that, I don't need this work done because it's taking so long, and because I already paid him about $15,000, he now needs to give me that money back. The thing is he already spent that money. So he is, in a way, it's just been very challenging to get that money back. And in a way, the money is kind of like it's almost like there's work that's coming out of nowhere that now I owe money towards in order to buffer the amount that he owes me. And it kind of feels like it was a mistake for me maybe to pay that much money up front for something, trusting that it would all just get taken care of. And what I was experiencing last night was the feeling like either I was getting taken advantage of, there was a feeling of, he's trying to get out of the money he owes me. I feel like it's been taking so long to get this process done, so I was feeling a lot of frustration with this. And what happened is I went through like an hour or two of when I got the message that that's what he was trying to do. It was very frustrating for me. I felt a lot of negative emotion. I felt like maybe I'm getting taken advantage of. I felt like I was being too nice by just like always paying things with because once I paid him, then it would take really long to get things done. But if I would have paid him when everything was done, he would have got everything done a lot quicker. So it was like a learning lesson for me too. But what happened is I was feeling a lot of that negative emotions. Like, how do I get out of this? Now, the thing that was keeping me in it was that I was trying to get out of it. I was feeling almost shame for feeling the negative emotions. Thoughts would go through my head like, I'm higher vibrational than this. And what happened is, as I would allow the emotion to be there and not try to fix it, a lot of it would dissipate. So just so you guys all know as well, I am not enlightened. I am not perfect. I go through waves. Back in 2012, I would say on a scale of 0 to 10, I was feeling consistently at about a 4 out of 10. I felt not that great. I would smoke, I would drink. It would bring me up to a 5 or a 6 out of 10 temporarily, and then I'd drop right back down to a 4. After I went through my spiritual awakening and I started to observe my thoughts, I started to meditate, my vibration went up to a solid 7 or 8 out of 10. I started to feel high literally all the time. And I was like, what's going on? I'm not enlightened, but I elevated my state of being, how I was feeling. But what happened is then if I felt negative emotion, it would I'd go down to a 5 or a 6. So instead of me feeling high at a 5, I now feel high at a 9 or a 10, and then I feel lower if I'm frustrated. I feel like I'm at a 3 or 4 or 5, but I bounce back. So the key to this is to bounce back, you have to first off let it be okay that you're feeling what you're feeling. Emotions are not bad. They are indicators that are showing you something about yourself that you may have been priorly unaware of. Now, when I was in the shower last night and I was thinking about this whole situation, I was feeling frustration. I was maybe like, yo, maybe I got to do some ho'oponopono thing. I got to go, I love you, I'm sorry, thank you. You know, like the 4 statements. I was going through that, but then I realized something. What is this showing back to me? I got to take responsibility for it. So what I did is I didn't beat myself up, but let me show you what changed everything for this whole entire dynamic. Because I realized that there was something, a reflection here for me that I could realize about this whole situation. And it's on this handy dandy chart over here. So what I noticed was that with this whole entire situation, you will see right here we have belief, feeling, thought, action, results. This is how it works in our reality. Now, we must first believe something to be true. We must have a meaning that then generates a feeling. I was feeling frustration. I was feeling angry. I was feeling taken advantage of. Well, taken advantage of is actually the meaning. The feeling that was coming from that was frustration. It was anger. I was feeling shame for feeling those low vibrational emotions. And remember, thoughts is over here. So thinking better thoughts doesn't get to the core. So we have something that we believe to be true. The belief generates a feeling. From the feeling that are thoughts that are equal to it. Then we have actions. The actions that we take. Then from there is the results we are getting in our life from those that reinforce the belief. So what I realized is that from the low vibrational energy, there was a meaning I was given to the situation that was causing me to feel that. The meaning was, and I realized this because even the guy with that contractor situation, I had a similar experience happen with an old landlord in Las Vegas, where he became very narcissistic and was like kind of conning me out of my money a little bit, or a lot of it, and kind of taking advantage of the whole dynamic of me living in that house. And it became something I realized that's a pattern. So I thought, what is the pattern within me? What meaning do I have about reality that is causing this to keep coming into my experience? You want to know what I realized it is? I have trust issues with trusting people because I believe people will take advantage of me. This is where I started to gain my power back. As many of you know from my other videos, I had an ex-stepmom that was very mentally and physically abusive and emotionally abusive. From 7 to 15 years old, my brother and I had no freedom, weren't allowed to have friends, weren't allowed to watch TV. We were normally locked outside doing yard work. We lived in the mother-in-law's quarters in a house with a little cage that separated the house to this little like 70s outdated kitchenette to room. My brother and I never really had a bed. We slept on these little 90s cushion things that like fold out. And then we also were given a bowl of cereal in the morning, TV dinner at night. So from that situation of 7 years of that kind of abuse and like that being in that little box, there was a belief that I believe was built. And it was that I can't really trust people. Maybe it also came from not being able to trust my dad to take care of it, to protect us, being able to trust somebody like my ex. I'm like kind of, there's an anxiety that somebody's going to do something to me like what happened with my ex-stepmom. That's what I believe I may have been picking up on because there's some belief there that says I can't trust people. So I'm then looking for evidence that I can't trust them. I'm finding invoices with, I'm going through that whole process and I realize, what if this is stemming from a belief that this is just what I deserve? So then as I started to realize that this was a gift, everything in life has no built-in meaning other than the meaning we give it. And if I choose to give this a positive meaning, now positive doesn't mean I'm like, oh, this is so great if this guy, like tries to take more money or whatever. It's a positive meaning is a connective meaning to where I can learn something. So it's positive in the sense that the outcome after this will be more positive than negative. And as in Think and Grow Rich, it says, every negative experience that happened plants a seed for some level of positivity. It just may take a while for that seed to grow. And in the same way, what I have learned from this situation is this was a big gift because it made me aware of the trust. It made me aware of the meaning and of my own sense of inner boundaries that I can begin to draw. I learned from it. Maybe I don't pay people at the front for things that they haven't done yet. I pay them after it's done, and then I solve 2 birds with 1 stone. Why you be so mean towards the birds? Nobody needs to kill the birds, but that's the analogy. And the idea is that I could then things get done quicker, and I don't have to worry about trying to get my money back after I paid somebody because they spent it. You see what I mean? So low vibration energy, it's okay to feel it. Let yourself feel the emotion and observe your thoughts. Observing your thoughts allows you to neutralize the emotional energy inside of it. When I was in my shower last night, I was thinking about this. I started to realize that also my ego doesn't have to figure this all out. I can trust the universe to allow it to flow and to allow things to work themselves out. And as I gave up that pressure, I was able to really finally just release that. And that changed everything. So this is the key. There are meditations that help us to raise our vibration. One of the most powerful meditations I have is on raising our dominant vibration permanently. It's got over 1 million views. The comments in there, really reading those will help you increase the belief that it can happen for you too. So listen to that meditation, commit to it for 21 days, one of the most powerful meditations on this YouTube channel. Go and click it in the top of the description box below and commit to that for 21 days. If you're in on that meditation, let's all commit to it together. Let's put I'm in and like this video if that is you and you are committing to it. So with that being said, hope this helped you, and as always, I'll talk to you next episode. Peace, love, and namaste.